Think about those folks that were never broken. Think about Shackleton. Think about Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. These people faced massive obstacles and somehow pushed through against all odds. That's why they're so important in history. That's why they excite us. That's why they inspire us. That spirit is in all of us. We just need to unlock it.
And you see the video there for the Spartan race. Since 2010, a series of obstacle courses made their rounds in 14 countries around the world. These Spartan obstacle courses, our younger daughter out in Arizona, Hannah, just did the Spartan race.
Awesome. Good for you, Hannah. That's just great. Yeah, these races, they come with lots of different levels of difficulty and are available for anyone willing to take up that task. ESPN once described Spartan race as the true test of will. I guess your daughter could attest to that. It also has a specialized military series where the obstacles are designed by members of the U.S. Armed Forces.
And here to discuss what he believes has become a movement all its own, the founder of Spartan Race and author of the New York Times bestseller, Spartan Up, a take-no-prisoner's guide to overcoming obstacles and achieving peak performance in life, Joe Sena. Joe, thanks for checking in from Newsmax, New York. What is it in your mind about the Spartan Race that has made it so successful?
I think it gets people to dig down deep, as you said, and really find out who they are. And I think when people do that, unlike sitting in a cubicle like most of us do or sitting in traffic, it feels really good. You feel alive. You feel like a human being again, and that goes viral.
What makes it different from, like, let's say, a triathlon?
Well, I've done plenty of triathlons in my life, and certainly it's better than sitting on the couch. But it's much more organized, much more methodical. Most triathletes, even myself when I was doing them, we don't like sand in between our toes and our socks. We're very proper. Spartans are animals, right? We get back to that core inner human instinct. So your daughter would be able to explain the experience she just had out in Arizona and explain what I just said, which is she had to dig really deep and find out who she was to get through it.
Yeah, Joe, she said that she was happy to get through it, and she still had the bruises, I think, as of the last time we talked a couple of days ago on the phone. Tell us more in about the minute that remains about the book, Spartan Up, a manual for the Spartan way of life. What is that way of life, if you could describe it?
So it's about knowing your true north, where you're going in life. Most people don't know where they're going, so they're not going to get there. It's about being committed to whatever it is you want to do in life and then sticking to it. It's about having the proper frame of reference. I hired many Eastern Europeans over the years, and they're just tougher than most of us in America because they had much more grueling upbringings. And so we can trick ourselves into having the right frame of reference. This morning I took an ice-cold shower after doing 300 burpees. It felt like I was in Siberia. Now I'm here and I'm feeling great. Just as three examples.
And one of the things that you talk about in your book is getting away from this idea of instant gratification. What do you mean by that?
Well, everything we do, this country and a lot of the world, is about now. How do I get something now? Think about, Lance Armstrong, as terrible as that was. He wanted to win now. He wasn't willing to do whatever it took to do it the right way. And years ago in 1972, a Stanford researcher did a cookie test or a marshmallow test on children. And he found, when he did this research and followed these kids for 30 years, that the kids that took the marshmallow now and couldn't wait for a second marshmallow, they had a worse life. They had worse SAT scores, worse houses, worse jobs, worse marriages. Everything in their life was worse. And so if you could just hang on and not hit the snooze button every morning, not take the extra cookie, not eat the ice cream, not the glass of wine, go to bed early, you're going to have a better life.
You mentioned now, and sadly, Joe Sena, now is the time we have to say goodbye to you because of the confines of time. Joe Sena, the author of the New York Times bestseller Spartan Up, a take-no-prisoner's guide to overcoming obstacles and achieving peak performance in life. We thank you for the time. It's kind of like task completion.
You're going to do it now,
Our
right?
task is complete right here. See you tomorrow morning, 9 in the east, 6 in the west. Stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.